Hello friends, welcome to our fourth code video. Let's go ahead and create our folder fourth, and as always, let's write down what are we going to learn in this video. So let's just write it down and let's edit this file as to what are we going to learn. So we'll create a 1 pixel wide and 3 pixel in height. So essentially we want to create the width will be 1 pixel and height will be 3 pixel using sketch, and then we will create the same image using code, right? So let's write down these things later. So we want to create a 1 pixel wide and 3 pixel height. So essentially you will see 3 pixels like in a column, and then we will create the same image. We'll create same image using numbers. This is a very powerful exercise. Whatever we are going to do using sketch tool, we'll create the exact same thing using numbers, and then we'll flip around. Then we will create a 3 pixel wide. Let's make it 3 pixel wide and 1 pixel height using sketch, and then we'll do the exact same thing using numbers. Alright, so there are 4 things we are going to do in this code video using numbers. So the core learning here is numbers equals images, and 1 pixel on screen can be written in number, or rather 1 colorful pixel on screen can be written in numbers. Okay, and let's just say what are we going to learn in this code exercise. Hopefully exercise is spelled correctly. It's not, it doesn't give me any suggestions. So let's try one more time. Now we got it. So it's exercise. Okay, whatever. Okay guys, so let's get going. We got our learning done. Let's launch command plus spacebar. Let's launch iTerm. Here is the iTerm app, and we can simply drag and drop the folder here. So cd, and we are going to launch the code somewhere over here, and then let's just do code dot to launch our Visual Studio Code. And finally inside fourth folder we are going to create a new file. Why don't we create it using a little bit cool way. So let's do cd fourth. We are here, present working directory, ls, nothing is here, so we'll say touch. And what do we want to call this file? Let's call it create image from number, rather it's create colorful, I think I've spelled it right, colorful image from numbers. I think it's more than one, yeah, .py. Okay, good. So we got the file over here. Here is the file that we just created, and now we are going to write it. All right, friends. So let's get rid of this guy. I think we will need it, so let's keep it here, and then we'll come back and write our code here. So what are we going to do first is we will import pillow. I don't think I've installed pillow, so let's first try doing it from pil, which is the pillow library, import image, right? So we are going to import image function from pillow library, and then we'll simply say that my colorful image is going to be equal to, we are calling the function image. We are making a new object here, and then the type we want is RGB. So this is red, green, blue. If you notice, the opencv is BGR, this is RGB, and here we want one column and 3 rows, right? So again, important point is opencv is BGR and opencv is row first, column next, but in pillow this will be column first and row next. All right, so this is done, and then we are simply going to put some data inside the image that we just made. So we are simply going to say my colorful image, and now put some data. Put data, what data we are going to put? So essentially we are going to put some pixel value inside this image. So we have one row, so this bracket is for the I think this is for, there are 3 rows and 1 column, so this bracket is for first column, and inside it we are going to add 3 rows. So first row get 255 of red, 0 of blue, 0 of green, and the second row gets, it will be 0 of red and 255 of green and 0 of blue, so it's RGB. And then we got one more pixel, and that is going to get 0 of red, 0 of green and 255 of blue, right? So now we have done it, and now we are simply going to save this file, my colorful image.save, and we are simply going to say RGB. I think I need to give brackets here. RGB underscore 1 is our column and 3 is our rows, and then this is of the type RGB. Alright, so let's save this program, and finally we can read this image. So that's the simple code. Import CV2, and then finally we are going to say CV2 my colorful image.read. So this has saved the image, so we can simply say is equal to CV2.read, and then finally we can pass whatever we passed over here. So here we need to give it the, what was the file type, so let's just call it .png, and we'll call it .png over here as well. Okay, good. And finally this is it, my colorful image cv2.read, and then we need to show that thing, right? So my colorful image is equal to cv2.mshow, and then finally we are going to show this thing, and I think it will need a window name too. Is that right? Just give me 1 minute, I will check my notes here. What is it? So this will be, yeah, we'll have to pass it not only the name of the image, but we will also have to pass it the name of the window, right? So this is the window name, so my image window, and then this will be the name of the variable that we want to read it over here. Okay, anyway, we'll come back to this code. First thing we need to do is we need to create the same thing into Sketch. So let's launch Sketch app over here. So here is our Sketch app. Skip this version. We'll create a new document, and essentially we want to insert a rectangle, and if you remember, we want this to be 1 pixel in width, essentially, and then 3 pixel in height. So 3 rows and 1 column. Now this is very small, so let's scale it. 1, 2, 3. Where did it go? I think we lost touch of it. Let's reduce it so we can see it. It's right over here somewhere. So let's see how we can enhance it. So if I hold the option, okay, this is doing it fine. Let's bring it over here and let's expand it further. So what we want to do is the first pixel we want to turn it red. So insert shape rectangle, let's insert the shape right over here and remove the border, and this color we want red to be 255 and green to be 0, this to be 0. Okay, the next pixel we want, Command Shift, this should be red is 0, green is 255 and blue is 0, and then Command C, Command V, bring it down, doesn't work. Command, how do I copy this guy? So let's see, option drag. Okay, option drag does it. So we've got red, green. Let's make this guy 0 of green and 255 of blue. So now essentially we have one column. This is a column, and we have 3 rows, and we are going to save this images. So let's group this guys. Let's just say group selection, and finally we can export this guy into export selected as a and we can call it, this needs to go inside our 4th folder, and we can call it sketch version of one column underscore 3 rows.png. Okay, so anyway, all we have done is we have created an image in Sketch which has 3 pixels. The first pixel is red, the second pixel is green, third pixel is blue, RGB, and this is a column is 1 and rows are 3. And we are going to do the exact same thing using Python as well. So I can probably go back to our Python code. Let's make sure everything is fine here. Let's launch our iTerm app, which is open. Let's clear this guy. So we are in this directory called 4th, and this is the code that we need to run, right? Let's first make sure that we have pillow installed. So we need to say Python 3, so pip3 install pil. Let's see, it cannot find. Okay, let's try pip3 install pillow, and okay, this is correct. So pil is pillow, and we have installed pillow here. pip3 install pillow, and this was fine. So now we'll clear this guy. So let's read this program again. We import pillow, we get the image class, and then we new up an object in the image class. The object is called my colorful image. Essentially, this is your 1 is the column, 3 is the row, and then this bracket represents the 1 column, and each one of this represents the 3 rows. So red, green, blue. We have put the data, then we have saved the data, and finally we are reading the data, right? cv2.read, and then finally we are saying show me my image window. Let's fix this guy, and that should do it. Alright, so let's make sure everything is correct in this program. Give me 1 minute, I'll read it. I'll just check my notes one more time to make sure we are making the correct progress. Okay, this should be fine. Let's run iTerm window one more time, and present working directory and ls, and now we are saying Python 3, and then I just hit the tab after typing cr, and it autofills. So let's run this program. Okay, there is some error here on line 7. It said cv2.cv2 has no attribute read. Okay, it's imRead. Let's fix this in the code. cv2.imRead and imshow. Okay, let's go back to iTerm, clear, and let's run this program one more time. All right, friends, let's see what happens. Okay, this time it was successful. I think it brought something on screen, but it closed it. So we'll have to add the wait key so we can see what we just did, or we can just take a look at the folder and see if we created the folder where we were doing stuff. So where are we? On desktop, computer vision, 4th, and here we got it. Beautiful. So this is something that we did using the program, and this is something we did using Sketch, and both are identical. So this is pretty powerful, right? So you guys can see that whatever we did in Sketch, so this is the Sketch version. Whatever we did in Sketch, we did the exact same thing using the program, and I can print this thing over here. So I can say print, and then we can pass this variable over here, and it will print the image. and let's see what happens when we run this program one more time. And you see it's right over here, the stuff that we dropped in. And remember, this is not RGB, the opencv is BGR. So you have R, then G, and then B, and that's what we have done. All right. So again, what we have done is very, very powerful. We were able to create an image using Sketch. It just has 3 pixels. We were able to recreate the image by typing numbers inside the pillow library. So I've done the 1 column 3 rows. You can also do the 3 column 1 row. So I'll leave it to you guys as an exercise. And if you want to show this using opencv, you just need to give it a wait key. So it's a fairly simple thing. We simply have to say cv2 dot wait key, and it's any key press is fine. And then finally we want to say cv2 dot destroy all windows, and it's a function call. So let's run this program one more time. It's going to rewrite the image, which is fine. Let's run it, and now you see the image on the screen. So you see I named it my image window, and if I hit any key, it should end the program. What happened? It doesn't end the program. Okay, what's the problem? cv2.wait key 0. What is the 0 wait key? Why it doesn't take it? Okay, maybe I need to be inside the Python program, the Python shell. And now if I press it, now it's gone. Okay. So I just had to click on the Python program which was running on my Mac and then press any key. Let's clear this guy. We are back in business again. And hopefully you guys got what's going on over here. Alright friends, thank you for watching this video. We just covered a very, very important lesson, that whatever you can do in Sketch, you can do with numbers, and whatever you can do with numbers is basically an image. Hope you had fun. Thank you.